Right on that corner.
What corner? I'm sorry, but I don't know this place very well. Help me, please.
Oh, all right. You just go straight ahead, turn right, and there you'll find it. I have a friend working there. You can tell him you were sent by me and they will help you. My name is Maurice. I am a police officer. It's nice to meet you. What's your name?
Oh, my name is Chris. It's a pleasure to meet you, Maurice. And thank you in advance. Because I also need you to tell me where I can exchange some dollars I have, please.
I remember there was an exchange house right over there, but it is not open now. I know. You can go to the mall for that, but it's a little far.
That's okay. I can take a taxi, right? I hope they are not too expensive.
Oh, be careful with that. Not all taxi drivers are honest. You need to be careful. Some of them realize you are a tourist and they make you pay more than the regular. We usually use an app for that, but since you're new here, you can call one of my friends. He drives a taxi and he can guide you wherever you want. You can trust him.
That's great. And how much will it be? I need to know because I don't have much money.
To the mall? It's not more than $15, I think. Is it that expensive for you?
No. That's fine. Thank you so much. And if I want to eat something?
The best restaurants are downtown. I suppose you want to know about the cheapest ones.
Yeah, please. I don't have much money. I want a cheap but delicious restaurant.
I get it. Then you have to go to the other side of the city. There is a place, in fact, it's a market. You can find delicious food there. And it's really cheap. You can find for dollar plates or $1 snacks. It's really good.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. And what about places to visit here?
You mean tourist places? We have a lot. But again, you must be careful. There are always bad people over there. Some stealers, scammers, and so on. I recommend that you hire a tourist service. A tourism agency. There are many of them. And they are not too expensive. There's one downtown. The name is Tor Park. For just $50, you can visit all the tourist places in this city. I think that's good.
Yeah, I like that. I think that's fine. But it's already late. It will be tomorrow, right?
Yeah, you can start tomorrow. Now, you better go to your hotel and rest.
That's right. Oh, I wanted to ask you something, but I think it's a little rude.
Rude? That's okay. You can tell me. Come on.
Okay. I want to know, why is this city so dirty? I'm sorry, but since I arrived this morning, I have seen a lot of garbage everywhere. Why is that?
Oh, that. Well, how can I explain this to you? No, I think I can't justify it. People here are not very clean people. That's it. I think it's about culture. We are not used to cleaning or simply not throwing garbage on the street. I apologize for that. I know it doesn't look well, but I hope that can change someday.
Don't worry. That's okay. Every country has a singular problem. Where I come from, maybe it's very clean, but people aren't very nice to anyone. I will be lucky to find a person who can help us. Just like you're doing right now with me. I have visited many countries and they have a beautiful side, but also a not so good one.
I guess you're right. Well, welcome to our country, and I hope you have a great trip.
Thank you so much. By the way, can you please tell me what time it is now?
The time? Sure. It's 2:15. Is it late for you?
Yeah, a little. I need to call my friends. They will arrive at 5 p.m. here. But I can't make that call. My phone ran out of battery.
Don't worry. There's a public phone near here. It's behind you.
Perfect. You saved my life. Now, I need to go find my hotel.
Sure. And if you have any other questions, you can come here. Whenever you want. I work here every day. I take care of people and tourists like you. Come if you need help.
That's great. I want to know all the places from here. Have a great day.
Oh, by the way, can you give me your cell phone number? Do not misunderstand it. I just want to practice my English. Is that possible?
Of course. My cell phone number is 444-7923.
Great. We can chat or make a call someday.
Sure. Whenever you want. Thank you so much for your help.
Hello.
Hey, is this Mary?
Yeah, who's this?
Mary, it's Sarah. Sarah Thompson.
Sarah? Oh my gosh. Sarah Thompson from Oak Ridge Elementary. Is this some kind of prank?
No, Mary, it's really me. How have you been?
Sarah. Oh my goodness, it's been forever. I didn't recognize your voice at first. How on earth did you get my number?
Well, it's a long story. I was scrolling through social media and saw a comment from Jack on your post. Remember Jack from Mrs. Johnson's class?
Jack? Of course. But how did you get my number from Jack?
Well, I reached out to Jack and asked her about you. He said he had your number and thought it would be a great idea if we caught up. So here we are.
Wow, that's amazing. It's been years since we last spoke. How have you been?
I've been good, Mary. Life has taken me on a wild ride since Oak Ridge. How about you?
Same here, Sarah. I've had my fair share of ups and downs. It's surreal hearing from you after all this time.
I know, right? So, what have you been up to lately?
Well, after high school, I went to college, had a degree in psychology, and now I work at a local counseling center. It's been fulfilling, helping people navigate through their problems.
That's incredible, Mary. I always knew you had a knack for helping others. As for me, I pursued journalism and now work for the local newspaper. It's been quite a journey.
Journalist? That's amazing. Always knew you had a way with words. Do you remember our crazy adventures back in school?
Oh, absolutely. Remember the time we tried to make a time capsule in 6th grade? We buried it near the big oak tree, and we were convinced we'd come back for it as adults.
Yes, I wonder if it's still there. We were so ambitious back then. What about our teachers? Miss Johnson and her endless math problems.
Oh, Miss Johnson, I can still hear her saying, "Math is the key to the universe." I never quite believed her, but she made it memorable.
And Mr. Roberts with his wild science experiments. I remember that one time the whole classroom smelled like vinegar and baking soda.
Classic Mr. Roberts. Good times, Mary. Do you ever miss those days?
All the time. The simplicity of it all, the innocence. It feels like a different lifetime.
Definitely. So, have you kept in touch with anyone else from our group?
Some. Emmy, obviously, and a few others on social media. But life gets busy, you know. People drift apart.
Yeah, it happens. But hey, we're reconnecting now, and that's what matters. Speaking of which, how's Amy doing?
Emmy's doing well. She's a graphic designer now living in the city. She'd love to catch up with you too.
That's great. I'd love to reconnect with her. Do you think you could share her number with me?
Of course. I'll send it to you after we finish our call.
Thanks, Mary. So what about family? Are you married? Kids?
No, not yet. I'm still figuring all that out. How about you?
Same here. No rush, right? I'm enjoying the single life, focusing on my career for now.
It's crazy how much has changed since we last talked. Do you ever think about the future, where life might take you?
All the time. I have dreams and goals, places I want to visit, stories I want to write. It's exciting, thinking about the endless possibilities.
I agree. Life is an adventure waiting to unfold. Hey, speaking of adventures, do you remember our plans to travel the world together?
How could I forget? We had this grand plan to explore every continent. I guess life had other plans for us.
Well, who knows? Maybe one day we'll pick up where we left off. Wouldn't that be something?
That would be amazing. Imagine the stories we could tell.
Yeah, the Oak Ridge Duo taking on the world. I like the sound of that.
It's a deal then. We'll make it happen someday. Promise.
Promise. Hey, I'll send you Amy's number now. Let's not let so much time pass before our next conversation.
Absolutely, Mary. It was so good catching up with you. Can't wait to reconnect with Amy as well.
Likewise, Sarah. Take care and talk to you soon.
You too, Mary. Bye for now.
Hello.
Hey there. Is this Emmy?
Yeah. Who's calling?
Emmy, it's Sarah. Sarah Thompson.
Sarah Thompson? I'm sorry, I don't.
We went to Oak Ridge Elementary together. Does that ring a bell?
Sarah, oh wow, it's been ages. I didn't recognize your voice. How did you get my number?
Long story short, I tracked down Mary, and she said it would be great if we caught up. So here we are.
Mary, that's a blast from the past. How have you been, Sarah?
I've been good, Emmy. Life has been quite the journey. And you?
Married life and all, you know how it is. But it's great. I can't complain.
Married? That's wonderful. Emmy, congratulations. Who's the lucky person?
His name is Chris. We met in college and hit it off. We got married a few years ago.
That's fantastic. Emmy, I'm genuinely happy for you. So, what are you up to these days?
I work as an accountant for a local firm. It's not the most thrilling job, but it pays the bills. How about you?
I'm a journalist now, working for the local newspaper. It keeps me on my toes, but I love it.
Journalist, huh? Always knew you had a way with words. Remember our English class with Mr. Anderson?
Mr. Anderson and his love for Shakespeare. How can I forget? Those were the days. Speaking of which, do you remember our childhood sweethearts?
Oh, you mean Josh and Lisa? How could I forget? They were the talk of the town back then. Wonder where they are now.
Yeah, I wonder. Last I heard, Josh became a successful lawyer and Lisa is a pediatrician. Funny how life turns out.
It is. But hey, speaking of childhood memories, remember the time we tried to build a treehouse in your backyard?
Oh, that was a disaster. We thought we were architects, but it ended up being a pile of wood and dreams. Good times.
Definitely. So how did you end up getting Mary's number?
I saw Jack's comment on one of your posts, tracked her down, and he gave me Mary's number. It's amazing how social media brings people together.
Small world, isn't it? So what about you, Sarah? Any significant other in your life?
No, not at the moment. I'm enjoying the single life and focusing on my career. But who knows what the future holds?
True, life is unpredictable. But hey, it's good to catch up after all these years. What are your future plans?
Well, I have this dream of traveling the world, experiencing different cultures, and telling stories along the way. Maybe write a book someday.
That sounds amazing, Sarah. You've always had that adventurous spirit. I hope you make it happen.
Thanks, Emmy. And what about you? Any big plans for the future?
Well, Chris and I have talked about starting a family. Maybe settle down in a quieter place. It's all in the planning stage for now.
That's wonderful, Emmy. Starting a family sounds like a beautiful adventure. You'll be an amazing mom.
Thanks, Sarah. It's surreal talking about these things with you after all these years. Remember when we used to dream about our futures during sleepovers?
I do. We had our whole lives ahead of us, and now here we are, living those lives. Time really does fly.
It does. Hey, let's promise not to let so much time pass before our next conversation. Deal?
Deal, Emmy. It's been great catching up with you. Give my regards to Chris. And hey, if you ever find Josh and Lisa, let me know.
I will, Sarah. Take care and let's talk soon.
You too, Emmy. Bye for now. I hope you liked this conversation. If you could improve your English a little more, please subscribe to the channel and share this video with a friend.